Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting match in our continuing coverage of the Zelda 2 Randomizer tournament. Tonight we have RoseCitySaint versus BuzzThunder. This is Swiss round 5. We are not quite to the bracket stages yet. Without further ado, I'm going to pass it off to two people way more qualified than I am to be bringing this race to you. Take it away, guys.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Z2 Randomizer Standard Tournament. My name is Z2R, and joining me here in the commentary booth is Chromaticalism.
Good evening, everybody.
And we've got a 4-0 matchup here. Neither of these runners has lost a race yet.
RoseCitySaint, one of the absolute best in the game. BuzzThunder, no slouch. Should be a pretty competitive match. There's always that possibility when the level of playing is this good that either person could win, depending on what the seed gives them and how they respond.
And now we're just waiting for the race to begin.
Yep, should be up pretty soon here. It looks like just about everybody's ready to go. So, what are your guesses for the kind of seed we're going to get tonight?
With this?
Yeah.
Could be anything.
Of course it could be anything. What do you want to see?
I want to see a late glove.
A late glove. So that there's more chance of diverging paths and potential walls with the fetch quests and all.
Exactly.
All right, so they are both off. At least on this end, it looks like there is either a synchronization error or just a late start for RoseCitySaint. I'm not sure, but Mido.
Was that the front end of Mido? Or excuse me, there's only one end of Mido. I mixed up Mido and Saria. But we have the Mido.
And Buzz electing to go through, look for a medicine location right off the bat.
Was that a medicine location?
And it is Death Mountain.
RoseCitySaint has found Death Mountain. Did anyone catch what they said what that man said Horsehead neighed with?
Oh, I didn't either. That went so quick. RoseCitySaint decided that he'd seen enough rooms of Death Mountain for now. Perhaps getting the hint later will send him back in. We'll see. Confirmation in chat. 500-point P-bag for Horsehead. RCS now going through Saria as well as BuzzThunder. Shaking hands a little bit here. No hint from the bot. We'll try to keep you abreast of what's happening on RoseCitySaint's side. So far, it looks like they're pretty even, just doing similar kind of dives into those first locations. And it is a fairy spell from Saria.
That's an expensive fairy spell.
Yeah, the magic one, especially when you only got the 64 points of magic, that's tough. But tends to go down pretty quickly in the first couple levels, at least enough so you can cast it once and start exploring if you want.
And BuzzThunder will be picking up his fairy spell. You asked me, what did you say you want to... What would you say you'd want to see?
That's a great question.
That's a great palace, is what that is.
I want to see something that mirrors the vanilla experience in terms of experience. So far, it doesn't seem like they're getting a too easy. A little mix.
Pretty even level experiences for that first attack level.
Yeah, for the number of screens they've been in so far, I am a little surprised that it hasn't gone a little faster. It looks like some blue medicine drops. How much was that? So 100 for the orange dye is pretty nice. A few of them there in that medicine cave, which has a magic jar in it.
Magic jars are useful.
Especially when Fairy costs a lot. Takes the death to save himself one room of walk back there.
And that looks like a 3 or 6 palace to me.
Sure does.
As well as the back end of Saria for BuzzThunder.
It looks like a fair amount of 1-ups in the drop pool. So probably not going to see a lot of game overing happen unless there's some big risks.
I'll admit, I'm actually not a fan of 1-ups in the drop pool because it makes you not want to do up and A as much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember a recent match where a simple dude got up to D lives or something like that and resisted doing the up and A for that very reason. I assume.
Early on, however, I do like seeing the 1-ups.
Jump cave, more Dairas.
Some of these forest encounters are terrible.
Yeah, the combination of the flying skull things, I'm sure there's a proper name for them, with the vampire keys dudes and the Dairas. That's pretty
I
rough.
want to say Bagos are the skeleton fish.
Wouldn't know. Sounds good to me.
It's a lot of gravestones too. But they are guarding the way to Trophy Cave.
Simultaneous Trophy Cave entrance for both RoseCitySaint and BuzzThunder, affirming that this is indeed a very even match.
So it's good to note that there are keys in the drop pool.
Yeah, I just saw that as well. So with Fairy being the early palace access item and keys dropping, exploration could be in order pretty soon once we visit some more of these item caves.
And once we get a couple of magic levels for Fairy.
Wouldn't hurt.
If it were me, the first place I'd go once we can cast Fairy would actually be Mito, just because I really like Downstab.
Downstab makes a huge difference, especially early game before you've got lots of levels. You can get yourself pinned pretty well, but the 1-up drops help that also.
Magic 2 is not it for Fairy.
Ooh. BuzzThunder just picked up Magic 3 from that 500-point P-bag. Dipped in. I thought maybe he'd take it, but let's see what happened to the requirement there. 68. Can't do it.
He would when he finds that magic container, though.
That's true. There's a hammer-blocked cave.
Rauru, I believe?
Yes, it is. We're getting another spell.
We're also getting told that people know nothing.
Not a lot of education in Hyrule back in the day. Or I guess this is like... I'm not getting into timelines, never mind.
I like this play. BuzzThunder is going for Magic 4 rather than Attack 3. Given the fairy cost, though, and there's Thunder in Rauru.
I think you're right. I think that is a smart play.
Thunder is cheaper than fairy right now for RCS.
Well, we might be seeing plenty of Thunder casting later on then, especially with the need to invest in the early Magic levels.
At Magic 4, we finally have a 49 cost fairy. And like I said, the first place I would go is to go get Downstab.
BuzzThunder like-minded, something about great minds. Ooh, we have a glove. So your late
there goes
glove
that late glove
did
thing.
not happen this time. With the glove and the fairy spell, we have potential for a pretty fast seed here, assuming that we don't have to wait too long on Reflect spell. Or Raft.
I don't think we're going to be waiting too long on Raft myself.
You never know. Spectacle Rock. I'm calling it.
If we're going to make fun ideas on fun theories on where things would be, Spectacle Rock Raft with the hammer in that 3 or 6 dungeon being 6.
Sounds good.
That's a flute in Stonehenge for RoseCitySaint.
And BuzzThunder just walked by the raft tile. No raft yet. Thinking about it. No? Do I go in? No, I don't.
Both of 3 and 6 are on the east, or on the west, I think.
Yeah. As well as GP.
And RoseCitySaint is making a dive into 3 or 6. I believe you know dungeons better than I do. You'll be able to tell me which one eventually.
Eventually. Certainly not yet. I haven't got this
My guess is
quite
3,
right.
and Trails seems to agree with me.
Yeah.
Palace 4 has our trophy.
So that's an Eastern Continent Palace, or potentially Maze Island. We'll see what other spells we get before we have to think about getting that.
That would be a rude place to put Reflect, wouldn't it?
Sure would. Ooh, 700 point P-Bag. We're gonna have no problems with those levels, even investing early in Magic. Nice hint for BuzzThunder, actually, who didn't know the glove location quite yet.
Because he knows that the trophy is in the west, it incentivizes him finding it before going into these palaces.
The glove, yes, yeah. And Rebanak all ready for RoseCitySaint. The question will be whether or not he tries to dive again or go back and find the palace item. And no downstab.
Takes an unfortunate death to Rebanak there, but Attack 3 Rebanak can be rough.
Attack 3, no downstab, so you gotta Gotta pull him back, stab him across the screen, and pull him back again, and avoid all of those flying knives.
And BuzzThunder picks up the spell with his name in it.
Yay! Good rhythm here for RoseCitySaint. We'll make quick work of Rebanak at this point.
And RoseCitySaint gets their first gem placement here, I believe.
At about the 14-minute mark. Nice early gem. Possible the next one doesn't happen for a little while longer, but we'll see what else he decides to dive into in his search for the raft. Looks like it might be level 3 first.
And BuzzThunder picks up their glove.
A slight advantage now for RoseCitySaint, who has just a little bit higher levels, especially with that gem placement, and has put the gem into Palace 3. Now searching for the Palace 3 item, and hoping it's that raft.
As BuzzThunder joins him in Palace 3. And if I remember correctly, the first thing you want to do in Palace 3 when looking for anything is go right.
That's what you do. RCS now in the item room. And taking the death to get the fairy cast available. And then we'll probably see an up and A to get out of there. And depending on what it is, go east or keep looking.
That is a raft.
So he's out of there and takes the up and A back to the starting palace.
BuzzThunder gets to do my favorite strategy to watch on Rebanak ever.
It's really nice. It's so much easier than hitting him across the screen, especially on these low sword levels. To be able to just pound away like that.
On the plus side for BuzzThunder, some good levels coming out of this fight with Rebanak.
Yeah, can't complain about that. Gonna be at 444, I believe, or I guess probably not here with the experience here.
He might pull the same thing that RCS did and hold the point.
Yeah, and decides to backtrack instead of going back to the entrance. That'll get him to the extra sword level.
All the enemies are just walking toward him.
Yeah, it is a little disappointing at this point. I don't think we're that likely to see an entrance into Death Mountain or Spectacle Rock, unless that medicine is required.
It's possible.
If it is, we're gonna see a whole lot of Zelda too.
And like I said, there's the attack 4 for BuzzThunder. When you're going to dive in here to look for the item anyways, it's probably an idea to just hold on to that point. Hold on to that experience.
Yeah. So pretty even, except for the slight advantage that RCS has in having already achieved the raft and headed east, right into the southwest corner of the east. So easy Easy routing to be done now.
And 700-point P-Bag right there.
So nice.
BuzzThunder getting to use his down stab to get the P-Bag and the... Ooh, that jump was close, so, in my opinion, for RCS there.
A little
But he
bit.
got his key.
Yeah. Speed up your heart rate for a few seconds.
There's a Valley of Death right there.
We've got one of our level locations. BuzzThunder just picked up level 5 life as well, so dead even in the leveling choices, and he's got the raft about to head east.
And Buzz will be... And there's a 3-eye rock!
Nice. And we did have the early flute pickup, so not much of an obstacle there to get into that level, but
5?
looked like 5. Yeah, BuzzThunder doesn't want to mess with the invisible Moas right now. Fairy's the easy way out, goes ahead and takes it.
I guess that would make it 5-eye rock now, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
There are dangerous encounters in the east.
Yeah, the life 5 doesn't seem to be making so much difference in the defense there. That's nearly 2 blocks of damage from those, what do you call them? Dig doggers? Or I don't know what they are.
Oh no! The Blue Lizalfos and the Iguana thing both just ate thunder and lived.
And it was several more stabs after that. It is still only attack level 4, but yeah, that's a fair amount of defense.
And here's an interesting divergence. RCS is going through to the River Devil, while BuzzThunder's going into the Valley of Death.
Yeah, interesting choice here. Assuming it's not level 4, there's no reason that a plunge into this dungeon can't happen. It's going to be level 1 or level 2 in Valley of Death.
A lone force, you can't... Is that a nuke? Is that a hidden nuke pseudo I see?
I'm not sure, I didn't see... So did he walk through it? And
He walked through it.
Okay, so we do need to find that hammer, which is going to give us the child from Spectacle Rock.
I'm
changing my prediction.
You wanted the seed to have the full Zelda 2 experience. I think we're getting it.
Kind of in the mood. Let's hope the runners are.
I think this is Palace 1, by the way. I didn't pay too close attention to the pillars.
It is. It was Palace 1. Still only one fairy cast per life.
This is unfortunate. There is nothing good to die on here.
Opera, we have no indication of where Reflect is, to my knowledge.
This is one J. Coper.
Life level 5 makes it a little easy to take the death abuse and get the magic back, but BuzzThunder does so and finds Horsehead.
That is such an awkward crossroad. You've got the bridge on one side and the fortress on the other. And BuzzThunder knows that this is all he needs to do here in Palace 1. Because we got that hint for a 500p bag in 1.
That's right. So BuzzThunder has 2 palaces out of the way by taking care of Valley of Death. When RCS does get around to it, it won't take long, but I think we can call it something of an advantage for the time being, knowing that there's tons more race to go.
And welcome to Zelda Speedruns 1 with 140 joining us. And welcome to this Zelda 2 Randomizer race.
So far, for those of you who are joining us, we have a pretty even match, a lot of similar choices being made until just recently BuzzThunder decided to dive into Valley of Death and take care of level 1, while RoseCitySaint is exploring the middle and northern areas a little more, trying to find item caves and such.
When we do find a boost, the water tile's pretty easy to get to.
That's another potential magic item location, Child. We got Trophy in the east.
We have a hammer on RoseCitySaint.
Okay, so Hammer. That's big. That's gonna unlock our new Kasuto location.
There's the child. And there's old Kazuto.
So confirmed, Spectacle Rock will not be required in this seed, which means Death Mountain, well, we've still got the medicine as potentially necessary.
There's Spell.
Trails, I think we got a hint that medicine is in Death Mountain. Does that mean it can be Spec Rock?
It does mean it can be Spec Rock.
Okay, yeah. So, potential for Death Mountain. Yeah, we did. We got that hint from the medicine lady.
Yeah. And BuzzThunder has found 5.
And despite a few early level entries... Oh no, he's going for it now. Just wanted to check that cave.
RCS is in New Kazuto. With a 5... No, that's not the magic thing. Never mind.
It's 6 required magic containers to get the item there.
6 shouldn't be too hard.
Well, you never know. Sometimes those are pretty well hidden, or because they've got a lot of the items, they... Oh, no,
that's
look
Reflect.
At that. That's Reflect. It is over. It is over. RoseCitySaint is now just gonna quickly go through these palaces with the knowledge and the spells that he has. It's time to go.
Now, Boot could still be required, blocking Maze Island as well.
Oh, wow.
Hey, you know how we said it was 6 to get the item in New Kazuto?
Yep, and you said it shouldn't be too hard to pick that up. You were right. Now, Boots, as the magic container blocked item, would make this just absurd.
And Paratroop's correct. Magic Jar is a big deal when you don't have the any key.
Especially with the cost of Fairy, what we've seen so far, still 46 at Magic level 5.
I would not complain about the heart container there.
Yeah, nice to pick it up at some point. Especially if it's as easy to get as just walking into that room. If it's a big Palace 5 item dive and it's a heart container, that's a little more disheartening.
True.
Especially with no magic key.
RCS shows off his fairy feet to get right back down and join BuzzThunder in Palace 5. Speaking of this, we have a Gooma.
There we go.
And it rolled low on health today.
It did, but it's pretty powerful. The mace doing significant damage there.
And Gooma goes down.
The 3 palaces out of the way, we're going to have a level 2 or 4 that we still have to find. Maze Island still to visit. And RCS also in level 5 right now, and does not appear to be interested in finding items at all, which is appropriate. Just going right.
And BuzzThunder finds Old Kazuto.
And should pick up is
This one is Spell.
And Reflect was in New Kasuto.
That is correct. I think the hammer's in a cave just north here, too, so...
Assuming that gets found, this race gets pretty interesting. Because that should give Buzz just a slight advantage.
We are diving the Boru here. Which I guess makes sense. It could
we're
be...
looking for spells.
It's shield.
Yeah, a little quality of life, but...
Life is the one I'd be looking for most at this point if I were to go looking for spells.
I agree. Of course, he doesn't know anything about where Reflect is yet, so that's probably foremost on his mind.
Oh, definitely. Based on what we know, I'd say life would be most useful to find. Depending on the P6 layout, jump could be interesting to find as well.
Yeah, jump can be huge.
And we have a Gooma fight.
Gooma fight, sword level 4, but quick work for RoseCitySaint. Another day at the office, another Gooma down.
Blue Octorok beetle things are sword-proof.
It seems to happen fairly often. But I think it's just, is it the invincible enemies can only be on the east?
I believe so, yes.
So, yeah.
Ooh, RCS barely catches himself before getting knocked into that pit.
Very safe. And BuzzThunder looks like he may be picking up Hammer here.
And it's right there. There's the hammer, which we know in this seed is required. I don't know if BuzzThunder knows. I don't think he's gone north through that passageway yet. RCS is picking up the spell. Probably looking for life or jump. I don't know what spells we're missing other than those.
Fire. We haven't seen fire yet. But not there. I think we're pretty unlikely to be using any of those,
We have seen fire
magic
its shield.
Oh, we have. Sorry.
Apparently shield and fire are linked.
Awesome. Yeah, Buzz now searching forest tiles for new Kasuto, so I guess it looks like he hasn't walked through that tile yet, or isn't aware of the location. And RCS searching out those unknown palaces, looks like. Looks like we do have some pretty significant barriers to exploring the north, and we're going to take one of these pass-through caves.
BuzzThunder dismisses the River Devil. Did not go where the
New Kasuto.
Isn't New Kasuto just off that southern spot down there?
I missed it.
And there's Maze Island.
No specific hints about Maze Island. It's possible that a boot could be here, and if it's on the way, that would be really nice for RoseCitySaint.
And this is an awful Maze Island layout, too.
Little rough. Not a whole lot of spike tiles on the way to the palace, though.
None on the way to the palace.
None at all. That's nice. So if there's an easy boot, well,
and this one's 2.
In a lovely seafoam green.
BuzzThunder is in Darunia, so we'll be turning in the Lost Child. Probably picking up Upstab as well.
I think it's likely. Already has Downstab, so little advantage there. I don't believe RCS has picked up Downstab yet.
RCS has picked up Downstab, I believe.
Oh, he did. Man, look at me just assuming things based on stuff I saw a long time ago. And Upstab is in hand for BuzzThunder, who does not know where Reflect is and will find out where the child is shortly. Or did he pick it up?
He has the child, I believe.
So maybe this will be that life spell. Or jump.
Jump is handy in occasional spots. There's Helmet Head. And there goes Helmet Head.
Very fast. Yeah, I doubt we're gonna have a re-dive. I am curious if we see any searching around for the Maze Island items to possibly get. Well, no, I don't think we will. I think he's gonna find the other palace right back where he came here in the north. And then he's really gonna be on fire because he can just up an A, quickly get back to the Valley of Death and take care of the remaining Western Continent Palace, which should be 6. And then GP.
I am shocked there were no encounters on that Maze Island route.
This last palace could be a little tricky to find. We've had some weird cave layouts in the east. We just need to find 4.
And Buzz has found New Kasuto.
So reflect in hand shortly here. Same number of palaces completed between them. Could be interesting. Who finds Palace 4 first?
It will still take time for BuzzThunder to catch up that palace too, though. Because they still find the cave for that gets you to Maze Island, which is very easy, but it is definitely not the easiest thing to look for.
No, certainly not. Just a question of, while exploring, is there another path that BuzzThunder comes across that RoseCitySaint has not yet? There's the 6 magic containers. BuzzThunder will now go and get the heart container from the front of town.
And RoseCitySaint has picked up the lost child for Darunia.
Child is not a boot, but if he goes through, there's that possibility he decides, yeah, I like upstab, and I've got a spell out of it, may as well go through.
If there is a boot block in this seed, that would be amazing.
That could be our Death Mountain item.
There's also a Palace 6 over here in the west.
There sure is.
BuzzThunder departs from New Kasuto. All the better with a reflect spell to make use of.
Reflect spell, little boost in magic, little boost in life. Little boost in morale. I think we're probably going to see a dive through Valley of Death right now.
There's 4.
So BuzzThunder does discover 4 before RCS does. Has not found Maze Island yet.
Because RCS did not dive beyond those jumping sections east of New Kasuto. And that is where 4 is today.
So the question for him will be, does he recall that that's an area that hasn't been explored yet? Or how is he going to go about finding 4?
In addition, BuzzThunder, I believe both of them have, but BuzzThunder has gotten a hint on the trophy being here, so knows that they can skip the item here.
Yep, so should be pretty quick. There's enough of those rooms to the right that... okay, so there is the item room. One of, I believe, 5 possible rooms on the right. 3 of which are lava pits.
And now BuzzThunder's going to introduce himself to this blue iron knuckle to get some magic back on the respawn.
Is that all you got? Hit me again. Please, sir.
Unfortunate that it's, one of those lava pits you were talking about, and Horsehead down for RoseCitySaint.
Nice. Quick Palace 1. So now the edge in gems dispersed is for RoseCitySaint with 4 deposited. Just 4 in the east, 6 in the west to go.
Unfortunately, this is definitely taking not a right turn here in Palace 4.
Yeah, it'll do that. Oh, and there's another dead end. Well, RoseCitySaint likely to take many of the same paths to try to find Karak here when he goes through.
RoseCitySaint running into a few problems getting out of the Valley of Death, but has made it out.
I don't think Buzz is looking for any key. He did come across the item room and backed out. So I think it's likely he's just trying to find his way to Karak right now. Get through it.
And Karak is doing an absolutely amazing job playing hide-and-seek here.
He's very good at hiding. He just disappears.
That said, here's Karak, who also rolled low, I think. I think I saw him start with 7.
Yeah, he did roll a little low there. Conveniently, Reflect and Fairy can both be cast without refilling any magic. Karak down. 4 gems for BuzzThunder. On to Maze Island.
Will he find Maze Island is the question.
He will. How long will it take? That will determine.
Who will find their lost palace first?
Yeah, almost more fun that there are different palaces that both runners are searching for here, because we're very likely, I think, to see a convergence later on when they have done that, and possibly meet up inside of Great Palace.
Depending on how long it takes, they might even meet up inside of 6.
That's true. Good point.
I want to say there's 2 of those bubble passes to go through.
Yeah, only one of them should have bubbles. But yeah, 2 of them to go through. Pretty good fairy feat, BuzzThunder getting there quickly.
And passing the river. To my knowledge, I believe we have a required Nukazudo, a 3-eye rock, and a required River Devil.
Very nice use of the quest items that don't always get love in these seeds. RCS is going back to Maze Island. Looks like could be searching out some boots.
I was just gonna say, what? He does not realize where the missing palace is.
And that really is too bad, because what that indicates is that whatever mental tracking he did of the map means that that little area where it's hiding out was just not a part of that, and he won't be sure of where to look. Having the boots, though, if he does find them, will encourage him to check around the edges of the map a little more, and he'll come across it. Just a question of how long. And BuzzThunder in Maze Island, getting through this palace puts him at a distinct advantage.
It still surprises me that not a single encounter is on the way to the palace.
It really is shocking, because it seems like half the time there's, 6 of them that you have to work your way through.
No, they're all up here north of the palace.
And I think even more shocking, the sheer number of tiles. It's not like it's, you walk 4 and then you get to the palace. Half of Maze Island is just barren.
Dig Shake, please don't get any ideas. Oh no.
Strike 1.
All that hard work for a pea bag.
Well, still got one more chance at it, and for his sake, I hope it is the boots, because that will get him walking around a little more.
After 7 more encounter tiles.
Oh, wow. BuzzThunder taking a very low HP, helmet head down, and about to head into the home stretch. Palace 6 and GP both on the west.
I actually quite like the color scheme for this palace too, by the way.
I kind of like it myself. Sorry, Jinxie.
And there's the other item.
Magic.
Now the question is, where was Palace 6 in this mess?
You are asking the wrong person.
I'll be honest, I have a hard time tracking where in these places.
Well, it's confusing for me when it's the 3 and the 6, because they both look so similar. I'll make a mental note of the one and forget which one is which.
Is it this one? It's this one.
Here we go. Into 6 with no jump spell, I believe.
Buzz got the jump spell.
He did get the... Why do I say things?
RCS did not get the jump spell. Also going into Palace 6.
So both... We did predict that they could meet up here. The difference, though, is that BuzzThunder has completed Palace 4. RCS has not. So RCS's best hopes now are for a Nightmarish Palace 7.
I'm not a fan of these rooms the runners are going through right now.
It's you gotta be into pain, I think, to appreciate these. Like either other people's pain, or something about the challenge and the thrill of seeing yourself almost fall into the lava.
And down we go. Everyone's favorite part of playing Palace 6. These rooms.
How many times are we gonna have to go down? Are we gonna get any loops? Are we gonna find things we don't need first, and then the ever-present problem in a lack of an any key seed, where gotta take the deaths?
Because Fairy is still expensive at Magic 6.
I'm disgusted. And both being disappointed there by the by one of the drops that leads to the dead end. And
BuzzThunder
worse
taking
for
another death
BuzzThunder.
here because he wants to make sure he has fairy for that one fairy room on the drop.
RCS had a key in his inventory and so didn't have to double cast fairy like BuzzThunder just did to get through there at the dead end. But we'll call that a little time made up for RCS. The difference in this seed really is finding the palace that the runners had not yet discovered. RCS looks like just overlooked a tiny area of the eastern part of the map and has, I guess, thought he saw just about everything. BuzzThunder finding Palace 4 even before heading to Maze Island now really does have the match to lose.
This has been an incredible race.
Really has, you know, nice high-level players, good choices, good competition generally. Just feel for RCS.
I'll admit I'm not a fan of the back-to-back required fairy casts to get through the front door.
No, that's not fun. It would be if there was a feature where you could decide whether you're going to ferry through the door or whether you're going to unlock it. That could come into play on on a door like that you might have to go through a few times, you know.
Because it almost requires what RCS just did with the death to reset your magic before you start dropping down the holes.
Oh,
the rude blue bot.
So tough on a seed where you're trying to have as many fairy casts as possible to take a death there.
On the bright side, he might have taken that death to begin with. Just probably not on that side of the room.
Yeah. Lovely washed out Iron Knuckles there. I think Buzz was hoping for a 1-up there in the corner.
We found Barba.
So that's a good find for RCS. They both entered almost the same time. I think BuzzThunder had the advantage entering Palace 6, but RCS already through. So depending on how long he takes to find Palace 4, and remember Palace 4 was pretty tricky to get through if you use a standard routing procedure. Might see a bit of time made up here, might see a slight comeback. And we've still got GP ahead of us.
And GP's usually a mess, let's be honest here.
It usually is. I'm getting the sense now that Buzz is a little lost in Palace 6.
Hey, look! Hey, look, our last magic container.
Hey, how about that?
That jump is not
man.
nice to him.
BuzzThunder just gave up on that jump. That may have been the way to go.
No, he's going down to the Iron Knuckle.
So gonna take the magic refill then, and possibly go that route instead of the standard jump.
Where is Barba again on this seed? Also, I believe RCS is looking for the boots on a potential boots requirement.
Yeah, so tying up a few Western Continent loose end items, likely only to find more life containers, and yeah, I think we've seen, if not all of the P bags, we've seen a couple.
This Palace 6 is ridiculous.
It's a rough one.
I don't remember this Rebenak being here.
So that could mean he's just headed to more disappointment then. And we're getting a Death Mountain dive, so my wishes do come true.
Wasn't this the one thing we were missing for the complete experience?
It sure was.
I like the back-to-back. Oh, no, that's not a Rebenak. Never mind. I thought that was a Rebenak.
There's Spectacle Rock, providing the any key.
There's the any key.
Should be a quick Palace 4 then when he does get to it. That's part of the problem with the longer exploration, was that there were just a lot of rooms to go through, and there are locked doors.
BuzzThunder just found the item for Palace 6.
But says, nope, not today.
I will admit, at this point, I'm lost.
RCS heading east, which is the right move. But you can see the worry and maybe a little bit of the disappointment on his face that the thing he needs has not been found yet.
There's the washed out Iron Knuckles.
Beautiful.
He now knows how to get there.
Yeah, so the struggle in 6 combined with RCS's continued exploration. Yep, afraid so. Finding all the items we can, really putting all the eggs into the boots basket.
This is an awful palace.
It's amazing that both ended up pretty much the same color here. That's like a vanilla color for the P5.
Is everybody everybody enjoy? Does everybody enjoy having to die just to make sure you have enough fairy casts?
Depends on how convenient that death is.
Here we go. Here are the washed out iron knuckles that we mentioned earlier.
So is that our landmark that we're on the right track?
I believe so, because I remember us commenting about those.
Yep, that is it. All right, 2 lives. We have a jump spell. Yes!
At least a partial jackhammer.
Man after my heart. And with a little lower life, playing it a little more safe, I think that's the right move here. Just get this done so you can end the Nightmare of Palace 6. And he'll be heading straight to GP.
Nightmare of Palace 6 is pretty much this seed. And Barba goes down for BuzzThunder, which will make 6 gems.
6 gems down at about exactly 104.30. And RCS has found the Palace 5 item.
Close, Trails. It's actually just to the west.
And it's the heart. Oh, so we're going for 100% on this seed.
BuzzThunder has arrived. Welcome to Grand Palace.
We've got nice dark gray blocks with some green trim, strong white highlights.
Unfortunately, washes out BuzzThunder's link color today.
A little bit, yeah. Some of these color combinations remind me of the Excite Bike levels.
I believe with these flags, Thunderbird is required.
Thunderbird is required, so we'll see. We will be seeing Thunderbird. It's just always a question of how soon, and how soon will Dark Link be after that.
Trails, my best guess is Palace 6. Because RoseCitySaint has not found the item here yet. Because it is buried in here.
Yeah, we didn't see a lot of item dives, or a lot of taking the item even when we found the item room in this seed. Wasn't a lot of reason to, with the glove in hand and most of the spells pretty early.
This Palace 6 layout is still terrible, and I love it.
I'll be curious to see if RCS remembers location of the item room.
RCS, I don't think found it.
Oh, that's right, because he was the one who found Barbara really quickly.
Thunderbird.
Oh, takes a ragu bath there. I'm gonna have to go through that room again.
Looks like a pretty good pendulum from Buzz.
Yeah, good pendulum. We're getting a few extra. Ooh, rough.
Did that fireball just do like 3 hearts of damage?
Oh, it did a ton. It did enough.
But on this cast, we can cast Shield as well as Thunder.
And that really comes in handy. The longer you spend with Thunderbird, the more you have to worry about those fireball patterns and maintaining your pendulum.
Luckily, Buzz should be ending it right now.
Very nice. So, would have been almost 4 blocks of damage without the shield spell.
Yeesh.
Really rough.
RoseCitySaint has found one of the 2 rabbit hacks on the long hallway to the item.
Now we're beyond a fairly early Thunderbird. There's a lot of exploration that can still happen in GP. Drops to be had, possibly still. Speaking of, here's one of them.
That big bot never fails to make me laugh.
It is very big.
It's even funnier when it just drops into the ragu soup there.
Yeah. Or they spawn in the waffles and zip themselves up through the top of the screen. And BuzzThunder did pick up Upstab, makes this room a lot easier to get through.
We go up and then we go down.
Can't go right, so we go left. And we go down again.
Has the architecture of this palace ever made you wonder as to how exactly this place is supposed to be laid out?
MC Escher? It is curious. You gotta think that if you're building a palace to commemorate your wealth and your opulence, why design these rooms?
I mean, you want to trap the chickens in here for one.
So, if there is kind of some sadistic minotaur labyrinth kind of fate that you want prisoners to experience, then I suppose some of the architecture makes sense.
That might be the tamest I have ever seen that room in Grand Palace.
Yeah, was that fun? That wasn't fun. That was, like, amusing.
Where were the sky bullets?
Disappointed in Ganon here. Went for the discount fun room. The off-brand.
Unfortunately, Buzz is on 1 life at the moment.
Well, he is in a fairy room. I bet he takes it here.
On this one, I almost would have bet you on that.
So, it sounds like one of our theories here is that the architecture is designed to keep the in-laws safely away. I can appreciate that.
I can laugh at that one, yeah. I'm a fan of that one too. Ganon being drunk when he built the palace.
When he delegated the building out to his minions.
We're now digging Palace 2.
I think he knows. I think RCS knows that this is an exploration that he may be doing alone.
See, this room is... Oh, actually, no. This is the fun room.
There it is. That's a little more fun. I like when you have those combined. Yeah, you've got those combined with the flying fish head things. So you have projectiles in every direction, along with the...
Hey, look, it's the giant bot peering from in the middle of a waffle.
Yay! Yeah, we got to see just about everything. In what, all things considered, is still a relatively fast seed. especially if you don't have to go on a big item hunt like RCS is going through right now.
But it looks like we've got another trip through the fun room.
And we're deciding that we're going to go bullet hell mode instead of platformer. That does
I
make
don't.
it a little easier. Mixed large and small enemies certainly is interesting. I think more than anything it
Not what they
contributes
want
to
to be.
lag. Wow, yeah, game over could be huge for RCS once he's finished this quixotic venture. Oof. A real high-risk situation.
This chicken is not leaving BuzzThunder alone. And there's a game over. Well, on the plus side, Buzz has a ridiculous amount of information. Jacob, the trophy is in Palace 4. And yes, we got...
What did we have in the Hammer Cave? We had the
Hammer Cave.
medicine
Hammer Cave
or magic jar. I mean.
is a medicine.
And Spectacle Rock was the any key. We didn't see the normal Death Mountain room, the Hammer room, or Hammer Cave.
Hammer
that's
Cave.
right. Hammer Cave was medicine. I'm sorry, I'm getting my terms confused. Hammer Cave was medicine. Yeah.
So I think.
Yeah, P1 was P bag.
I think there's one more item cave in the east.
Did we get desert tile? Sorry, Jinxie. Boots on water tile is the meme for sure.
We are back in the post-Thunderbird section of Grand Palace. Alright, and here's our good friend, the Eon Drop.
And now we're going into Palace 6 to find an item. And I believe we have enough information to say that it's going to be the cross or the boots.
I think so. But you can never be sure with this thing.
The way things are going, it's gonna be the cross. With boots being the Palace 4 item. Oh, we did have water tile, that's right. That's right, and we had the Palace 4 hint. I'm sorry, man.
No, they're not required.
The logic is not cooperating with my artist brain.
Again, the big bots appearing under the collapsing bridges is amazing.
And we have a lot of them in the seed, too. Yeah, I really hope DigShake doesn't ever, like, patch out those kind of phenomena. I think they're important.
That's true, Paratroop. The longer this match isn't completed, yes, it thinks that boots must be required. Now, isn't this a paradox?
But the more it's narrowed down, the more likely he is to do the exploration to find it. Find Palace 4.
Have we seen this right turn? Also, I'm pretty sure neither runner thinks they're winning, and I think neither runner thinks they're winning, and the real winners of this is us.
Especially if there's... I really just want to see them come together in Great Palace.
There's that end.
I think we've been there before. Hey, Boots!
Oh, we found them in Palace. I told you they were in Palace 6.
RCS pumping his fists inside of his brain, and now going to start exploring watery areas, hopefully taking him to edges of the map where he will find Palace 4.
There are days in GP I'm kind of, doubting the existence of Dark Link.
Yeah, this is a pretty rough GP. We've now spent what is it? Looks like 16, 17 minutes exploring GP, trying to find that one passage that we haven't seen yet that goes to the right.
And there's Dark Link.
Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Well, that'll be pretty disheartening. I wonder if we'll see RCS finish out the seed.
And now for our epic conclusion, I still think Thunderbird's a better final boss than Dark Link.
Certainly more majestic. Well, get the GGs out, everybody, for BuzzThunder, who just pulled off, I guess we can call it an upset against the standard champ, RoseCitySaint.
I won't call it an upset, but this was definitely a comeback.
Yeah. Great players, both of them. And today, the W going to BuzzThunder. And the main difference here was finding Palace 4 during his exploration of the East. From there, just had to... Hi, Buzz! There we go. Nice, nice video footage there. RCS... Oh, yeah, the boots didn't help you get down. That's too bad. I see why he was thinking that the boots could have been required in that area, too. There it is. We've got the Ewok dance party from BuzzThunder. Lovely.
And we'll see if we can get BuzzThunder in for an interview. Here's the best part. I don't think there's a boots path to Palace 4.
I don't think there is. I think
Just to
RCS
add insult to injury on that.
Yeah. He had a pretty good idea about where one could be in that corner around Maze Island, but didn't quite link up to the area. Isn't that it? He goes right from here.
Yes.
He's gonna try to fairy feed it through.
And welcome to BuzzThunder. GG.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, great match, BuzzThunder. Really well run. There was one definitive moment in this seed, and if you're looking at RCS's screen there, you've just seen him come to a realization he's been looking for at least a half an hour.
Oh yeah, what was that?
There's Palace 4. Somehow in his exploration, he didn't get that little area where Palace 4 was, and ended up going on a wild goose chase looking for boots, thinking he was boots blocked. But
the best part is boots can't get you there.
They can't.
Yeah,
get you
I was trying to think where was Palace 4? That
So
was
the
just around the corner?
middle strip of the east. There was
You had that
weird
crossroads.
intersection.
There was that crossroads for New Kazuto and Three Eye Rock and Maze Island.
Yeah.
It was the last direction.
That's right. Yeah, I didn't remember exactly where it was. Yeah, I just assumed that he was having as much trouble as I did in in Palace 6, because I was guessing that he skipped the extra magic container in New Kasuto, because that would have caused all sorts of trouble. But yeah, that seed was kind of a nightmare, well, at least towards the end, because 6 was terrible and Great Palace was also brutal.
7 was, yeah, Great Palace was certainly one of the more difficult ones that you'll come up against. But yeah, up until that point, you had early glove, you had early access to Thunder and Fairy, and Reflect didn't take too long, didn't require you any magic items to get. Yeah, there were a few differences in Palace 6. RCS kind of went straight to Barba, surprisingly enough. But because he thought that he was boots blocked, he redived Palace 6 and 5 and 2 and Death Mountain.
Oh wow.
And that's how he finds himself in this position now, where he's just finding Palace 4. And yeah, hasn't even seen the beginning of Great Palace yet. So you'd mentioned Palace 6 and Great Palace as being particularly challenging moments in the seed. Were there any other moments that you can recall where there was like a tough decision to make, or just anything stand out in the seed before that?
Nope, nothing really. I mean, it kind of let you know where everything was. It gave you the spells. Nothing was hidden. The only problem was, well, I mean, I did a lot more of 6 than I had to, but it was just fairy cost never went down. Well, it went down twice, but it didn't go down a lot. So you needed 6 magic containers and magic 5 to only be able to cast fairy twice. And 4 was pretty interesting as well, because that was a forest fairy block in 4, but that also would have been really hard to get through without all that, with that extra magic container. So
yeah, And in RCS's exploration here, he did pick up the any key, which was in Spectacle Rock. So that saved him some time here in 4 also. Yeah, 4, 5, and 6, all pretty substantial palaces. And with that, and some of the backtracking too, finishing with the time 122. Pretty admirable job there. So you will be the lone person out of the Swiss round with an undefeated record, is that correct?
I believe so. Yeah, I'm the last one, last standing. So I won the tournament, right? It's over.
Yeah, that's my understanding.
It'd be nice.
That portion of the tournament, yeah, that's done. So you'll be seated up at the top.
That's right. Get to race some scrubs.
Like myself, yeah. Maybe I'll see you in the first round. We'll see.
We'll see. All right. Nice talking to you guys.
Yeah,
have a good night.
You too. Thanks for talking. And RCS continues. Looks like he is gonna go through and find Great Palace and wrap this seed up.
It won't take long to get out of Great Palace, though, or to get into.
It won't take long to get into.
Far will take some time.
In all likelihood, there is the possibility he did go through 6 a lot faster than BuzzThunder did. You never know.
And at 129.30 or 129.20 or so, RoseCitySaint enters Grand Palace.
It was about 18 minutes in Great Palace for BuzzThunder. All things being the same there, we still expect to wrap up within 2 hours. Next match coming up at 8 o'clock. Let's see, who was that between again?
I believe there's currently a match going on between Ghost Dunk and Shaddy over on... I don't think it's being restreamed, but...
Well, we'll have another one here to stick around for.
And that is Jay Cooper and Paratroop, who have both been active in the chat with us today.
They have excellent matchup there, two very, very solid players. Jay Cooper, obviously the more experienced Zelda 2 randomizer runner. And we're at Thunderbird.
Thunderbird.
You know, Jay Cooper, while we're on the subject, I can credit as one of the people who got me into speedrunning indirectly. I remember being in Germany, actually, of all places, watching Summer Games Done Quick, which I think would have been, 2015 or something. He was doing Zelda 1 Swordless. And that was the first time I had seen categories that weren't kind of, the standard thing. That was a while ago. But that was a good introduction to Jay Cooper and to a lot of what goes on in speedrunning.
Funny enough, I think Jay Cooper's part of what got me into Randomizer, so...
Well, he's got a hand in a lot of different randomizers. Yeah, by all accounts, those events are super fun. They're definitely fun to participate in remotely.
Part is fun of this fun room here.
Maybe not in the same way. I guess it depends. Depends when you're scheduled to play. If you're one of those 3 a.m. races or runs, then it can't be too enjoyable. Or maybe that's what makes it enjoyable. Everyone's a little crazy in the middle of the night.
And RCS has found our first dead end after Thunderbird.
Yeah, really important to be good at Ganon in the swordless run.
I like most runs so long as whoever's running it is enjoyable to listen to.
Oh. Always a little scary when you get hit in the face in the fun room next to the lava pit. There were 2 in that room, but we're safe. Going back to Eon Drop.
I don't remember, how do we get to Thunderbird from here?
I don't know. Whole thing folds on itself.
I mean, it won't be too long, because we are getting... I think it's somewhere after this chicken sandwich thing.
I haven't had dinner yet. Stop.
Does that make this room chicken and waffles?
It sure does. Are the bots like syrup or something? I don't know.
I'm sorry, chat. I think it's after this room.
So I'm convinced now that the big bots that go into the lava are just really timid, and they're going there for shelter. It's not like a suicide plunge, it's just taking cover.
You see, we may die in the lava, but they don't.
They're adapted to it. I can show you the world.
We're not doing that here.
No. Oh, you're not gonna
No.
be Jasmine? Dang. Okay. We don't do that here.
I think it's actually at the end of this hallway, at the bottom of the elevator. You see, I actually have people who in the house.
And you would feel embarrassed.
I think it's at the end of this hallway somewhere.
You must be right.
Alright, and finally we have found Dark Link here.
RoseCitySaint completing the race, despite the setbacks earlier.
All in all, despite everything that happened, a 15 or so minute discrepancy between two of them is pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah. He saved about 6 minutes just on GP alone. And then there was the time, all that time spent doing the redives. Gotta be disappointing just from a personal performance level, overlooking that area of the map.
Get your G's in chat ready for RoseCitySaint as well.
Doesn't really get any better in terms of gameplay and talent, we'll obviously see him perform well in the tournament to come. He was in this match for a reason at 4-0. Saying hey, and thanks to everybody on the stream. And was that wave his way of saying see you next time?
I believe so.
Okay. So then it sounds like we're going to be signing off pretty soon here and getting you ready for the next matchup taking place at 11 Eastern. Is that correct?
I think it's taking place once we wrap up.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to cut the stream, come back live with like a 5-minute countdown, but it just makes it easier for us to do, obviously, races. So I do have to cut the stream, but don't worry, it'll just be extremely temporary, and we will be right back. Going to switch over and get our new race up and going. So be sure to stick around. Big thank you to our wonderful trackers, Zeke and Chroma. Even though I didn't get any Aladdin songs, I mean, I'll get over it, but next time for sure. You guys did wonderful. Sorry I was a crappy tracker. I will do better the next race, so be sure to stick around. There's a lot more coming to you. Thank you.
Thanks, Jinxie.
Thank you.